to. It's a commitment that we all share. This budget resolution will empower these Native communities like never before, and it will make our country stronger, safer, and more resilient. I will be
What's up, man? It's a quick pull-up.
I will be proud to move it forward. Thank you.
It's a quick pull-up.
Floor.
What's up with y'all, man? Y'all get in here real quick, man. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Deacon Dave, what's happening? Hey, y'all come in here, hit the like button. I know this is random, but this is something I was watching. It popped up on my feed, and I was just like, you know what? Let me see what the guys think. You know, Life Poet, what's up with it, man? Yeah, we in the Senate. We in the Senate. Faber, what's happening? Yeah, we in the Senate, man. Y'all go ahead, hit that like button, hit the share button, hit the super chat and cash app button this evening, because we are bringing you the truth. All right, this is not conspiracy theory. This is straight from the mouth of the beast. All right, y'all get in here, man. I appreciate y'all showing up. Again, I know it's random, but y'all have to understand, like, this infrastructure bill, they are not playing with with crypto in this infrastructure bill. You know what I'm saying? I got Bitcoin on the run right now. We at 46K. I was talking to Lionel today about it, and yeah, we in agreement. Yeah, we're in agreement. You know, that Bitcoin, if it holds steady, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna see this is the week that I determine like my sentiments of Bitcoin, man. Y'all get in here, hit the like button, hit the share button. So what we got going on here is the Senate. All right, this is the Senate hearing where Toomer and the good guys are fighting to have the amendments put in place for crypto. All right. The term broker was used very vaguely on purpose. Okay. Very, very vaguely on purpose. All right. And now you can see where they trying to force them to backtrack. All right. What up, Lewis? Amberly, what's up? So they're trying to force them to backtrack. Now, it's a lot of interesting things going on right now. Okay. Ripple just got an emergency letter from the SEC telling them that they have to come up off of some kind of Slacker. I guess Slacker is some kind of like messaging app or something like that. They need the SEC wants they put an emergency notice out on Ripple, and they said we need all of those communications. Now, as of about an hour ago, Ripple has put in for an extension. I believe the extension is for August 16th. That they wanted to get an extension on when they were gonna have to deliver those documents. Yeah. So y'all hit the like button on the way in. Like I said, it's an internal struggle going on right now between all of these, and this is the problem, right? America has so many regulatory agencies, right, to protect the poor sheep that just can't seem to stay out of debt, that can't seem to stop bailing out these banks. You know what I'm saying? The American system has so many regulatory agencies to make sure that this system works flawlessly. All right. This American system works perfectly, right? With the hyperinflation and the national debt and all the rest of it. All these regulatory agencies could not help us. But here they are, and they fighting over crypto, okay? You got the SEC, the CFTC, FATC. You got, what is that? CISPA. You got a lot of these different financial agencies, the IRS. You know, you got the COOP or the COPP. There's just so many agencies right now. So they're arguing and they want to try to set some kind of parameters, but there's different guidelines between all of these different entities because again, you got the SEC that wants to rule everything as a security that way so they can rule over everything. All right. And what you have to understand is Poloniex, the exchange, yes, Poloniex had to pay what they paid 12. No, I don't want to lie, but I believe it was $12 million that they had to pay to the SEC as a fine. All right. Now, if you believe that 12 million is a lot of money, you're an idiot. Also, if you believe that all they paid was 12 million and all of it went to the SEC, you're also an idiot. Okay. This shit right here is a dirty game that's being played right here in front of everybody. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is what's going on directly in front of you guys. All right. Now, give me 1 second. I want to make sure we got enough people in here before I hit play on this. So this is actually day 3 of the infrastructure bill. And now we're starting to see senators get more brave with they get more brave with what they want changed. And what you have to understand is that what you got to understand is that give me 1 second. We're witnessing some shit where, and when you want to talk about speaking truth to power, like you got these senators and they talking to the banks, you know, and they know like these senators are not dumb, man. They not dumb. All right. Not by a long shot. And y'all have to understand, let me show y'all this. Once again, if you are a Patreon, you have access to my private Twitter account. Let me see. You got Charles Hoskinson, you know, the guy who, you know, the guy who created Cardano. He is being vocal right now. 1 second, I'm finna show y'all this. Slam Houston, what's happening? Excalibur, what's happening? So this is what's going on right now. You got Charles Hoskinson over here, right? The founder of Cardano. He says, this is after Ted Cruz says there's a partisan disagreement on spending. Democrats objected to all further amendments. That means no vote on the Weinman-Loomis to lessen the damage this bill will do to crypto. Okay. It says, and no vote on the Cruz amendment to repeal the new crypto rules altogether. Okay. So Cruz wants all the crypto stuff thrown out of this infrastructure bill. Okay. Wyman, Loomis, and also Tooman wants to put their own amendments in there to change the definition of broker, because the way they have the word broker, all right, in this infrastructure bill makes everybody, every movement of crypto is taxed. All right. That is the validators, the miners, everybody else, the exchanges. You are what they would call a broker. It makes everybody a broker. So every time crypto moves, it's a tax. All right. That is how the bill is currently written. All right. What up, Jonathan? So Charles Hoskinson says, there you have it, folks. Chuck Schumer fucked us all. It's one thing to disagree, but he didn't even let the senators vote. Time to move on to the House. 435 Congress critters. Let's light up them phones. Now, now this is this is where it gets funny because, you know, we all know, man. Like, and I'm pretty sure that Charles Hodgkinson is not, you know, he seems to be like he comes across as a bright guy to me. All right. And he knows that the banks with the tanks are undefeated. All right. So when he tells you to call your congressman, we say, hey, call your congressman. Yo, this shit. Hey, when I heard I said, call your congressman and tell him what? Call your congressman and tell them that you want to bypass the Federal Reserve. You want to bypass the monetary system and the corrupt banking cartels. Tell them, call your congressman and tell them that you are human, goddammit. What they say on that what was that show? The Truman Show. I'm a human, goddammit. Charles Hoskinson came out and said, call your congressman. Every time I hear that, I laugh. Right? When people start giving out the Congress numbers, you know, they start saying, you know, he said Ripple was on Twitter pushing that for followers to call. Yeah, Ripple too, man. Like, call the congressman for what? Call the congressman for what? So they think so the congressman can change the banking cartel worldwide? Like, call the congressman for what? I have never heard one congressman say, you know what? If it wasn't for everybody calling me, blowing my phone up, then this would have never got changed. I ain't never seen it. Y'all got to show me. Y'all got to show me. Yo, call the congressman. Yeah, I wish I would call the fucking congressman. It's already understood that you're going straight to fucking voicemail, right? So now you have to understand that no congressman is going to sit there and listen through all these fucking voicemails and just really think like, you know what, almighty Rome, you're right. You know, I do need to stand up to the Federal Reserve and the international banking cartel. Listen, do not be fooled by these people who are rallying the troops. Okay, they're gaslighting the public. You know. Yeah, there was this young man named Black Curls who moved my decision. He put the battery in my back for me to go and stand up to the international banking cartel. Why? Thank you. Well, thank you, Black Curls. Now, Black Curls don't want to be responsible for your car accident. You know, where your brakes give out on the highway, man. Don't do Black Curls like that, man. Don't do that. You know. Don't do that. Black Curls doesn't want to be responsible for your haircut. You know, we don't want Black Curls to be responsible for your haircut, Mr. Senator. So yeah, Charles Hoskinson with his call your senator looking ass. Call your senator. And that's what a lot of guys in crypto was saying too. Here's the number. It'll take you directly to your senator. And when you get there, tell them that you want the Tooman Amendment. You want to change the language for cryptocurrency in this $1 trillion infrastructure bill. Like, man, get the fuck out of here. Bro, we gotta stop. We gotta be honest, man. We gotta be honest. All right. We got to be honest. So I just want y'all to understand what's going on. Remember I told y'all, like, you have the Wyman Loomis Tooman Amendment that they fighting for. They're trying to get that the term broker changed in the infrastructure bill. All right. Now, Let me get over here real quick. Y'all hit the like button, hit the cash app, hit the super chat, hit all the buttons. Y'all know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? Your favorite crypto channel is sleep right now. You know, your favorite crypto situation is sleep right now. All right. All right. We take you straight to the mouth of the beast. All right. So you can hear it out of the mouth of the beast. All right. That's what we doing up in here. All right, Benny, what's happening? You know, and I better not find out y'all motherfuckers calling these fucking congressmen. I bet, nobody from the Logic Sphere better be calling no fucking congressman, dog. Y'all, I know y'all better not be calling no goddamn congressman. You know, over here telling them how much taxes you pay and shit. I pay taxes. And what I say goes. You work for me. All that old shit, man. Jay, man, stop it. Get some help. So let me run this real quick because this right here, it's a little bit behind. I stopped it on this point right here because, this was actually relevant to the conversation that we're having over here. You got Bernie Sanders. They start talking about the Native Americans and all the rest of everybody trying to get their piece of this goddamn infrastructure bill. Let me get over here. Yeah, I'm warning you, pal. Listen, do you do what we say or we don't vote for you the next time? Yeah, Slim Houston, put the phone down, man. Put your phone down, man. Over here bothering these people, man. You're bothering these people, man. Why you bother these people? Let's go. Yeah, I'm a registered voter. Get it cracking real quick. Let me get it cracking real quick. There we go. Got the lady coming through with the typewriter. All right, everybody Senator got their mask Ohio. On except this guy.
I request consent to enter into a colloquy with Senator Warner of Virginia.
Without objection.
I rise today to clarify the provisions in the underlying bill text that we're working on this evening. As we know, cryptocurrency is a digital asset that more and more people are investing in, and we should want that to continue in a healthy and sustainable way.
This is a good guy. I don't remember his name, but he's for the Lumen Tumim Amendment. This is one of the guys that's trying to change the definitions inside of the infrastructure bill.
I'd like to discuss the provisions in the bill that address information reporting requirements for digital asset brokers. Under IRS rules, sales or exchanges of assets, like digital assets, give rise to gain or loss in the same manner as sales of securities. Taxpayers who sell stocks or other securities through a broker receive an information return, IRS Form 1099-B, that provides information on the gross proceeds and the basis of those sales. Those information returns are prepared by their brokers or custodians or other agents involved in the effecting of the sales. Today, there's a lack of clarity on how these reporting rules apply to digital asset transactions. The underlying bill has two simple provisions to address that. The cryptocurrency provision in the bill makes it clear as to who counts as a broker within this market. Under the bill, a broker is defined as, quote, any person who, for consideration, is responsible for regularly providing any service effectuating transfers of digital assets on behalf of another person, end quote. For tax purposes, this means a sale on behalf of someone else. The concern has been expressed by some in the cryptocurrency industry who are not brokers would be caught up in this definition.
Now, they know this. I want y'all to understand, this is not an accident. They understand this. They know this. This is not like some oopsie, let's just scribble this out. No, they know this. This is why it's this long process, people fighting against it. They know. They know. This is not oh man, you know what? You're right. You're right. We should bring clarity to the word broker. We don't want innocent people to get caught up in this broker situation. All right. We don't want anybody. We don't want anybody to get caught up. People who are not brokers to get caught up. Okay. We don't want anybody getting caught up. All right. It's our duty to make sure that we're very clear with this, you know. Otherwise, this is a big web where everybody's going to be held to these tax standards. And we wouldn't want that. All right. So let's fix this right now. And now everybody's like, all right, we hear you. Next. See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? And this guy, you know, you gotta understand, man, these guys, like some of these people, they know they know what they up against, and they know why people aren't trying to hear them out. Okay, the banks with the tanks.
The Treasury Department, the Nonpartisan Congressional Joint Committee on Taxation, and others believe that the current language is clear enough that the reporting requirements only cover brokers.
Okay, the who think that the language is clear enough?
Sales. Today, there's a lack of clarity on how these reporting rules apply to digital asset transactions. The underlying bill has two simple provisions to address that. The cryptocurrency provision in the bill makes it clear as to who counts as a broker within this market. Under the bill, a broker is defined as, quote, any person who, for consideration, is responsible for regularly providing any service effectuating transfers of digital assets on behalf of another person, end quote. For tax purposes, this means a sale on behalf of someone else. The concern has been expressed by some in the cryptocurrency industry who are not brokers, that who are not brokers would be caught up in this definition. The Treasury Department,
the
Nonpartisan Congressional Joint Committee on Tax,
the Nonpartisan Tax Congressional
Taxation, and others believe that the current language is clear enough that the reporting requirements only cover brokers. The purpose of this discussion is to further clarify that is the actual intent of the underlying bill. I think that's important. That's the goal we had in our discussions over a compromise amendment, but unfortunately, we've been unable to consider and adopt that amendment thus far in this debate.
We've been unable to change that so far in this debate. Yo, this is what I'm telling y'all, man. This whole thing is insane, dog. Yo, he's like, yo, so far we've been unable to explain ourselves, right?
Some of us were on this floor today, including Senator Lummis, Senator Warner, Senator Toomey, myself.
Toomey, why was I saying Thomas? Yeah, Toomey.
To try to get that amendment passed, and we were not able to do so. The purpose of this provision is not to impose new reporting requirements on people who do not meet the definition of brokers. For example, if you're someone who is solely involved with validating distributed ledger transactions through proof of work, commonly known as miners, if you are solely mining, you will not be considered a broker. The same would be true for proof of stake validation and other validation methods now or in the future associated with other consensus mechanisms that are developed and might come into the market as the technology evolves. If you're solely staking your digital assets for the purpose of validating distributed ledger transactions, you will not be considered a broker. We want to be sure that miners and stakers and others who play a key role in validating transactions now or in the future, or hardware and software sellers for digital wallets, will not be subject to the rules for those activities. Again, you will need to provide the information reporting only if you are functioning as a broker. It is my understanding that that is true, and I ask my fellow Finance Committee member and colleague from the Bipartisan Working Group, Senator Warner, if this is his understanding as well.
Mr. President?
On the spot.
Senator from Virginia.
I thank my friend, the senator from Ohio, who's been such a leader underlying bill and who I've been proud to work on this clarification on this critical issue around cryptocurrencies. I thank the senator who is correct in his understanding. I would also like to add some additional clarifications. The bill ensures that digital asset market players who provide a platform to facilitate digital asset trades by taxpayers will be considered brokers, required to report information to the IRS and taxpayers about those transactions. Reporting entities may be digital asset exchanges or hosted wallet providers, often called custodians, or other agents involved in effectuating digital asset transactions. The bill recognizes that digital assets are different from stocks and bonds. For example, some taxpayers regularly transfer digital assets between digital asset exchanges or to an off-exchange wallet and then back to an exchange. Those taxpayers need information returns that link the steps in those chains so they have the complete information they need to prepare their tax returns. This bill treats digital asset businesses that, for consideration, in effect money, regularly affect transfers of digital assets as brokers and provides for reporting of digital asset transfers to or by a broker, including in cases where a transfer is not directly from one broker to another. Senator Portman, do you have anything further to add on this item?
Well, first of all, I appreciate the clarification to my colleague from Virginia. And Senator Warner, you are correct in your understanding. I would also ask Senator Warner to clarify the intent of the proposal with respect to the application of the bill to persons solely engaged in the business of validating distributed ledger transactions through proof of work, often called minors. Am I correct that under our provisions, it is our understanding that Treasury and the IRS will not treat these minors as brokers?
The senator is entirely correct in his analysis of the application of the bill. And further, I believe that the Treasury has indicated that this would also be true for individuals engaged in staking their digital assets for the purpose of validating distributed ledger transactions, proof of stake, which we know to be much more environmentally sustainable. It would also be true for other validation.
Damn. Proof of stake. Getting the cheerleader pom-poms again.
Methods associated with other consensus mechanisms, some of which are just coming to market, while others are still in developmental stage. People who solely act to validate transactions will not be treated as brokers for those validation activities.
I would ask Senator Warner to clarify the intent of the Senate in this legislation with respect to persons solely engaged in the business of selling hardware or software that allows people to access their private keys.
What up, Lionel?
Am I correct that these persons would not be treated as brokers under the underlying legislation?
I think the senator asked a question that has been queried by a number of folks in the media and elsewhere. And the senator is entirely correct in his analysis of the application of the bill. Those persons who do not effectuate transfers of digital assets and therefore would not be treated as brokers. If you are selling hardware or software for which the only function is to permit persons to control private keys, which are used for accessing digital assets on a distributed ledger, you will not be considered in the business of being a broker. I also want to say a word about the bipartisan amendment.
What up, Ramil?
That I worked on with Senators Portman, Sinema, Toomey, and Lummis. I am pleased that we were able to file it today, and I would have hoped that we would have gotten a vote, but I thank them for their diligence and hard work to clarify, in concert with the Treasury Department, this critical section of the bill. We want to ensure that taxes legitimately owed are paid.
Yo, listen. This is what they just laid out, right? They pretty much trying to exclude hardware wallets and shit, you know? He said, you know, this wasn't going to go through, fam. Too much government in this shit. Yes, man. That's what I'm saying. It's like, that's why I'm telling y'all. I get on Twitter and I see people talk about, yo, call your governor. This like, call your senator. It's like, for what, man? You think these people they're going to rally up the troops and then they're going to go stand up to the Federal Reserve? They're going to go stand up to the World Banking Cartel? Man, y'all need to stop it. You know what I'm saying? The language is in the bill the way it is on purpose. You know, and I mean, the only reason for them to even be doing this is to show the public, like, look, we're trying to clear this up. Okay, we're trying to clear this up. That could be the only reason. That could be the only reason. Otherwise, you got these people that coming out and they say, hey, you know, the term broker pretty much makes every move of a crypto a taxable event if everybody is a broker. And they like, yeah, we know. Yeah, we know. All right. We know the exchange is the broker. All right. The person who is using the exchange is a broker. The hardware wallet makers are brokers. The guys who write code are the brokers. The miners are brokers. You see what I'm saying? That's what's going on right now. Everybody know. I mean, it's a few people they trying to make this out, but man, they not trying to change that. They're not trying to change the language in the bill, fam. They not. They just not. They're not trying to change. They saying that staking the staking pool is a broker. I was like, geez, everything is a broker. You know, and these guys that come up here, you know, Toomey and I forgot the other guys, but they came in, they want to say, yo, we need to clarify broker. Hey, let's clarify broker. And they was like, yo, chill with all that. You know? Chill with that shit. You know, everybody is a broker. Everybody is a broker, all right? Chill.
And full and accurate transaction reporting is a proven way to make that happen. We don't, however, want to place reporting requirements on individuals who shouldn't have them. The amendment memorializes the common understanding that the requirements are to apply only to persons who regularly and for consideration effectuate transfers of digital assets. Persons solely engaged in validating distributed ledger transactions will not be covered for those activities, whether they use proof of work, proof of stake, or some other new consensus mechanisms. Nor will they apply to persons solely engaged in selling hardware or software with the sole function of permitting someone to control private keys used to access digital assets. Of course, if these entities provide additional services for consideration that would qualify as brokerage, the rules would apply to them as any other broker. This is an exciting new technology that, in theory, could help bring services to the underserved and reduce costs for everyone. We need, however, to strike the appropriate balance between capturing the promised benefits and guarding against the potential for serious abuse and creation of a shadow financial system beyond the reach of established rules to combat illicit finance and tax evasion.
There you go, your shadow finance. Your shadow finance, you know, DeFi. DeFi. You know, listen, man. Everybody relax. This is what I'm saying. Like, they trying to change the language in the bill, but it's not working. They straight up said, you know, fuck all that. We like the bill the way it is. Kick rocks. We don't care how vague the terms are. All right. We do not care how vague the terms are. This is our shit. All right. Don't come in here with your crypto. Don't bring that crypto bullshit in here. Don't bring that crypto bullshit in here. What up, Lauro? Don't bring that crypto bullshit in here.
Balance between capturing the promised benefits and guarding against the potential for serious abuse and creation of a shadow financial system beyond the reach of established rules to combat illicit finance and tax evasion.
I thank my friend and colleague from Virginia for those comments. Our provisions are designed to bring more clarity and legitimacy for the cryptocurrency industry by more closely aligning the reporting requirements with those of more traditional financial services. And we believe it does just that. And in doing so, will help provide more certainty for people looking to invest in digital assets. I thank my colleague, Senator Warner, for coming to the floor.
Now, what y'all have to understand is what they're doing is when he says we're trying to align this with more traditional means of regulation, that means that they're trying to integrate this into the way things work already. But see, what's going on, like I explained to y'all earlier, is you got the CFTC and you got the SEC and the IRS. So you got all these, it's so many different regulatory agencies that are trying to get their hands on crypto. They don't even know who should regulate it. All right. This is why the terms are important, because if it's a security, it falls under the SEC. If it's this, it falls under that. If it's this or that, it falls under that. You see what I'm saying? If it's a currency, it falls under this, right? And you know, people are trying to streamline it to where it's like, look, let's just use it as this. Let's classify digital assets as this. And in the amendment, they was like, no, we're not going to do that. You know, it's a broker, you know, so that's how we're going to move it. You know, that's what's going on here. So there's an internal struggle within the government right now. And it's playing out on Twitter. You got senators going ham on Twitter and shit. You got you know what I'm saying, the hearings that they doing right now, the infrastructure bill, and it's gonna be lit. Black Curl said, don't need the IRS with blockchain. I know they don't like that they can't shoehorn themselves in logically. Yeah, and that, I'm glad you brought that up, Black Curl, because that is the underlying threat of this blockchain technology, because what happens is there is no need for a SEC or FTC or an IRS, right? All of that stuff can be coded in the blockchain. All right, deductions can be made, mathematics can be nobody would be able to. There would be really a need for the IRS, because you wouldn't be able to violate the tax code. You see what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't be able on a public ledger where everything is plugged into a government blockchain. You're not there is not going to be a loophole. All right. All that stuff is going to be coded in. Nobody's going to have to worry about doing taxes, filing forms, and all that shit is going to be done in real time. All right. So that is the underlying threat of all of this. You see what I'm saying? Because let's say the SEC does get control over this, right? They would just start getting rid of the other agencies. You know what I'm saying? They would just find a way to knock out the other agencies and shit. So with blockchain is a threat to this whole thing, man. And shout out to Engineering Cannabis. He literally said this a year and a half ago. Blockchain will find its way into every aspect of your life. And I'll be damned. So when you see these people, they're fighting to keep control of an old system that they're trying to keep going. They done regulated the shit out of everybody. They've had control over everybody with all these regulatory agencies that they just threw together, right? And they ran them very loosely. They shake people down. The SEC, they fine the hell out of people. Whatever they want to fine you, they'll find you. All right. That's what happened to Poloniex. Poloniex had to pay out $12 million yesterday. Yesterday or today. I can't remember. Recently. Also, yo, you cannot make this up, man. Let me get past this, man. I gotta show y'all something else, man. I gotta show y'all something else. Dark Low, I appreciate the cash out, bro. Thank you for the support, fam. Let me get over here real quick. Hold on.
To discuss this important provision, and I yield back the floor.
All right, so yeah, I guess they went on recess. People came back, they started talking about all kind of, let me see.
Families in Michigan worry about making ends meet.
Yeah, they started talking about all kind of other shit. I want to run that part by y'all with the crypto shit, but man, y'all gotta figure. Yo, watch this, man. I gotta show y'all this. This right here was incredible, man. He said, "Glad I found this channel. Subscribe." Yeah, man. Welcome to the Logic Sphere. I am your host, TipTycity. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share it with your people. This is the most realest crypto channel on YouTube. Hold on, I gotta show y'all this. I have to show y'all this. Yo, y'all, man, you cannot make this shit up, man. Let me do this real quick because you got man, you cannot make this up, man. Hold on, y'all. Y'all finna trip out about this. Let me pull this up. Hold on, man. I forgot her name. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. I don't want to say the wrong person. Hold on. Hold on. Oh man, I can't find it, man. But I will find it though. Y'all have to. Yeah, I will find it though, man. I will find it. I gotta look this up though. Hold on. Hold on. Let me hold on. Give me 1 second. Oh man, I can't find it, man. I can't remember who it was, but somebody who was pushing some crypto regulation got caught in a bank fraud situation, man. It just came out like yesterday. I cannot remember who it was, but I was rolling. I gotta find it, man. Y'all, I'm sorry, dog. Y'all know I'm aggravated now. I should have had this pulled up, but y'all know this stream right here was kind of random. Yo, there was oh man. I can't remember who it was, man. Yeah, I ain't gonna be able to find it, man. It was somebody higher up too, man. Yeah, I can't find it, man. Damn. Anyways, I'm gonna look it up for y'all, man. Yeah, I thought it was Janet Yellen. Was it Janet Yellen? Yeah, it was. Yo, it was Janet Yellen. Yo, listen, nobody is talking about this shit. Yo, nobody is talking about. My bad. I should have checked the chat. I know y'all be on game. Yo, you cannot find nothing on this. She got paid for all those. Yo, nobody is talking about Janet Yellen with this goddamn fraud she done got caught with, man. This is a woman trying to breathe down the necks of everybody in the crypto space. She got, all right, man. Look, it's aggravating because it's like they trying to scrub this. Because I'm not pulling up nothing. That's what it was. That's what it was. That's what it was. Give me 1 second. Yeah, it was. I went down one of those rabbit holes on Twitter, and Janet Yellen. Deacon Dave, man, I appreciate the cash app, man. He said no tax and cash app. Hey, I appreciate the cash app, bro. Yes, yo, listen. Okay, this is what happened. All right, it's coming back to me. I can't find that. I went down that rabbit hole, man. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. All right, here we go. Oh yeah. Okay, man, I appreciate y'all coming through with that. Janet Yellen got paid $7 million to speak. Now, the $7 million where she got paid to speak, okay, is it was for a bank. It was for a bank. All right, it was for a bank. And the bank is in it for the infrastructure bill. Like this is where shit goes left, right? Let me see if I can find the bank and shit in here. This is Bitcoin Magazine, says the Senate wars, because that's what it is. That's exactly what I explained to y'all. This was posted an hour ago. This is what I've been explaining to y'all. There's a war going on. This infrastructure bill. Everybody, and I'm so glad, like, we live in the information age where people are on social media talking about this shit, right? It's not just a bunch of distractions and shit like that. People are talking about this. They going to war. This is what all these amendments are about, and all the rest of it. Because you got people that have, it's like 3 different interests. You got the banks with the tanks. You have the greedy goddamn senators and shit. You know what I'm saying? The the fat cats, and then you have the control freaks. You know what I'm saying? All of these people, like, this is a situation. He said they complain about crypto because they can't commit their fraud as smoothly. Nah, real shit, they can't. And like I said, like, the blockchain eliminates their ass. Right? Here we go. It says in July, the White House agreed to a proposal that will require increased tax obligations for Bitcoin brokers to help fund the bipartisan structure bill. Let me get in here. Although the actual Bitcoin brokers, regulated Bitcoin exchanges such as Coinbase, could realistically file a 1099 form in such circumstances, the proposal would also require filing a wide range of actors in the Bitcoin space. Let's get over here real quick. Here we go. U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen has been lobbying against such agreements, right? It says Yellen spoke with the lawmakers Thursday to raise objections and lobby widen about the matter, pushing back against the attempt to limit the proposal. So Janet Yellen is pushing against clearing up. She's one of the people who don't want to clear up what a broker is. All right. She doesn't want to clear up what a broker is. All right. Because the people that she's pushing her interest to, they have the power to not be seen as brokers. They can say, no, we're not a broker. That's them. All right. And you better believe they got a loophole already lined up for this. All right. That's what I'm telling y'all. This is the world champions of being world champions. This is the undefeated world champions of being world champions, dog. 150 years running. The Treasury Secretary, however, is filled with Bitcoin fear and disgust. In February, she told CNBC that she didn't see usefulness in Bitcoin and didn't think it could be used as a transaction mechanism. All right. So here we go right here. Illicit finance, extremely inefficient way to conduct transactions, and the amount of energy. It's not energy safe, all the rest of it, yada, yada, yada. But I gotta get in here. Here it is. Her interest, however, seems to be conflicting, to say the least. In January, light was shed on how Yellen received $810,000 from one of the firms involved in the GameStop case last year. Citadel, the payer, was losing money as GME skyrocketed. Okay. Fueled by a short squeeze, only to see GameStop trading magically halted by brokers across the U.S. after some time. So this is what I'm telling y'all. Well, this is how they play. This is how they play. All right. You got to understand, they do not take losses. This is what I'm telling y'all. The banks with the tanks. When you have the power to change the rules, you never lose. All right. This is what I'm telling y'all about these privacy coins. This is what I'm telling y'all about the sheep and how Bitcoin is just a fantasy now. All right. Because its original purpose does not exist anymore. It is not a peer-to-peer mechanism. It's just not. The sheep want the protection. The sheep want Big Daddy government. That's just what this is. And even the big dogs cry to the government. Yo, can you help us? This short squeeze is going down. We're going to have to cover. Okay, no problem. Let me make a phone call. Hey, do you guys like being in business? Yes, we do. All right, well, this is what you need to do. That's it. It's nowhere around that, dog. Nowhere around it. None. Like I said, the Bitcoin maximalists can get mad all they want. They love institutional money too. They love it. They love institutional money. You cannot love institutional money and not like how they move, right? So when they come in, and Bitcoin is going to get an ETF. When they're going to approve a Bitcoin ETF? It's all right. Well, when the ETF comes, you can't complain about what happens afterwards. Okay? Bitcoin was not made for it to be valuable. Bitcoin was made for it to be a financial independence mechanism. That's what it was designed to be. But, the greed of people got the mission messed up. And now here we are, where, again, what's about to happen with Bitcoin is only the 1% will have Bitcoin anyways. Coolin said, how is Bitcoin up 50% and gold is down 9% in the pandemic? Coolin, listen, man. You already know what time it is. All the gold people, all the precious metal people. Never mind. You'll keep hoarding your precious metals. That's just keep doing that. That's what you do, But yeah. So I mean, my theory is kind of. I can see my theory on Bitcoin playing out right now that everyone is trying to buy Bitcoin and stash it before all of this goes down. I believe that's why we see it on run up. Is that people know, like, once they pull this stunt, possessing Bitcoin, using Bitcoin is going to be different, right? Like the crypto game is about to change after this. All right. Give me 1 second. So yeah, Janet Yellen, all right. What is this? She helped. She received a check for $800,000 from a firm to halt the trading on the GME, right? Now it says Yellen's speaking fees have been all the buzz and highlight how her incentives could be misaligned. She reportedly earns $221,400 a year in her governmental position while earning $7 million from speeches to banks. There's already an online petition for Yellen to resign as her position from her position as U.S. Treasury of the Treasury. I'm sorry. Now, here's the thing about that. Janet Yellen is not going anywhere. Okay. Let me say that again. Janet Yellen is not going anywhere. If you think Janet Yellen is in trouble for doing what she did, you're an idiot. All right? Janet Yellen is here to stay. All right? And this is where, people get silly. All right? They go and make a petition. They're mad because she's doing these speeches. Do you know how much the Clintons get paid to speak? 15-minute speeches, right? $500,000. This is just business as usual. And that's all it is. It's business as usual. Right? This is not a thing where it's like, oh, they already started a petition. For what? They got over here. What's this? Change.org. They got 7,830 people who have signed it. It said, let's get to 10,000. When this petition, gets to 10,000, all right, Nothing is going to happen. Now, here it is right here. All right. Says Secretary of the Treasury, Janet Yellen, has a serious conflict of interest and needs to step down from her office or recuse herself from the entire situation immediately. All right. Here's some background information. Janet Yellen received roughly $800,000 in speaking fees from the hedge fund Sidel, who currently embroiled in the GameStop trade war. Citadel bailed out of Melvin Capital with over $2.75 billion. This came after Melvin Capital took extremely risky gamble on GameStop, crashing and shorted over 140% of the float, which was spotted by sharp-eyed retail investors on the popular subreddit Wall Street Bets. Citadel owns a large portion of popular brokerage Robinhood. So, oh man. So I mean, that's just what this is, man. Somebody said financial terrorists. That's just what this is, you know. Why are people bothering these people, man? Said Yellen was handpicked for that position. Yeah, they all handpicked for that position. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, D-Champ, they all handpicked for these positions, right? You don't get these people, just like I covered yesterday. Bob Saget, who had to step down from Binance.us. He was handpicked. That dude was deep inside of the government. Right? He replaced the girl who was there for a year. And they didn't say nothing about why she got replaced or not. She just went missing. So I've been on here for an hour. I appreciate all the cash apps. I appreciate all the super chats. I appreciate the new subscriptions. Everybody who's in here, please hit that like button. And if you could, I need you to join the Crypto Gang podcast, because I believe my good brother Ohim is live right now. Could y'all somebody drop the link to Ohim? Ohim live right now, so I'm gonna just hang on while they drop the link to Ohim's channel, because Ohim is over there getting it in. You know. Also, if you have not joined my Patreon, join my Patreon. All right. $5 a month will get you all the content that I have on Twitter and YouTube. The $25 tier is where we go into individual projects and we look at the potential of these projects and what's going on. Also, I'm going to start having guests, and we are going to be live streaming on Patreon. All right. Patreon is where it's about to go down, because once again, once they finish all of this and they roll out this digital dollar, this CBDC, you're not going to be allowed to speak freely about it on YouTube. I promise you that. I promise you that. The same way you can't speak freely about the vaccine, the same way you couldn't speak freely about the election that just passed. They're not going to allow you to speak freely about this CBDC digital dollar. He said, got that VV game a day before. Yeah, Laro got the VV app going ham, man. Oh, also, if you want VV, you need to pick up those the Labbits. You need a full set of Labbits, man. That artist, his artwork goes for thousands and thousands of dollars. Like, trust me, don't sleep on those Labbits. All right. Yeah, so once again, yeah, y'all head over to Ohim channel. He live right now. As for me, what I'm gonna do, let me see. Pull up over here real quick. That is the Cash App in the bottom left corner. You know what I'm saying? Show some love on the Cash App. And again, Darth Lowe, Deacon Dave, I appreciate the Cash Apps, man. And And Legacy, I appreciate the cash app, man. So I appreciate all the support, man. Let's see. Yep. So we out, y'all. Peace.